Right, so landing pages. This is the page to which you direct people when they click on your advertisement. And there are several things we can talk about. First off is design, by which, is the landing page doing the business job you want it to do? Is it converting people? If it has a 98% bounce rate, then it's probably a poor landing page because people are seeing it and thinking, no thanks, John, and hitting the back button. What you want them to do, one imagines, is order a brochure, contact you, do some sort of hand-raising activity, whatever the case may be. Equally, the landing page also has a job in terms of quality score. It contributes to the quality score of your campaign and can therefore have an impact on the price you're going to have to pay in your paid search campaign. So landing pages, these are all considerations in the design. Will your landing page have site navigation in its entirety? If you think about most websites, they have furniture at the top, furniture along the side, the inverted L. Is all of that really necessary on a landing page? It's an open question, because a landing page is one of the very rare instances where you know exactly what someone is interested in, because they've just clicked an advert for a product or a service. Therefore, you could argue they don't need all of this furniture. They need a page that basically tells them about the product or service they've just clicked the advert for and moves them forward towards either answering their question or ordering something. So you could make a case for the site furniture isn't actually necessary on a landing page. Equally, normally on a landing page there's a call to action. There's some products, features and benefits, and then there's a call us, email us now, order a brochure, whatever the case may be. So you need that to be nice and obvious. You need the content on the page to be well written, so that you're giving your message in a clear, concise way, in the most efficient and effective way possible. Writing for the web's a whole other module, but it's good to bear in mind here. Do I want my landing page to focus on one product or multiple products? Again, it's a business decision, but if it's, for instance, treadmill, do we just have one treadmill, or do we have one cheap, one expensive, and one in the middle on our landing page? Again, this is a business decision, or do we test two different types of landing pages? One that just has one star product, one that has 3 products, and we see which one performs best. Up to you. And then image size, above the fold, everything as much as possible should appear before someone has to start to scroll. This is more usability, again, another module. But even so, you want the people to see as much as possible before they have to start scrolling. And most people nowadays, within the UK anyway, 60%, maybe 70%, are 1024, 768 and above. Now, there's an argument to be had that increasingly perhaps iPhones and the mobile market is going to lead to a disparity where you have one set of people who are using desktop or laptop and one set of people who are using mobile devices. Eventually people are going to have to start designing websites and landing pages for each of these audiences, because most people are coming to the conclusion that one can't really do the job for both because the media are too different. Most people are leading towards that conclusion. Load time. Does the landing page load very quickly? Nobody's going to wait for your advert to appear, which is basically what a landing page is when you want to convert someone. So you want it to load quite quickly, which is why you would not want auto-playing video or auto-playing flash on a landing page, because that takes time to load and it gives someone the time to say, I'm not interested after all, hit the back button. So what we have is here is an example of a landing page in all its glory, and this is for one of those expensive treadmills. And so you will see, in my opinion, and I'm reasonably confident about this, that page lacks focus and clarity. The price of the product isn't very clear. The benefits, the features of the product aren't very clear. The call to action isn't very clear. This page should be structured in such a way that it's very, very obvious where you want me to look. This is not obvious. Where am I supposed to be looking? Actually, there or here. I don't know. You're not directing my eye terribly effectively. You could argue, and I would argue, that this is a better landing page. The price is clearer, the form is there, so you don't have to click through to fill in the form. The form, such as it is already here, and a nice big brochure request button. This is obviously the features and benefits, and the page has a much nicer flow to it, I think. Whereas here, there's no real flow to the page. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. Does everyone at least appreciate why I, in my humble way, might consider the second one to be the better designed landing page in terms of converting people with a call to action? Okay. And once again, not to mock them, this was designed by a professional agency. So just because someone charges money for something does not mean they're any good at it, as I'm sure we all know. So, quality score. Let me just see. Yes. So quality score of the landing page itself means that the words relevant to the key phrase that you've just bid on should appear on the landing page. And ideally, they need to appear in all the same places that would be relevant for search engine optimization, which is a different topic. But we can touch on it here, within the title, within the headings, within the content. So if this is treadmill, it should appear here. It should appear here, treadmill. It should appear in the content. And that will then let Google know that this page is indeed relevant to the advert, which was relevant to the key phrase, which then means that your quality score goes up, the price you have to pay comes down, because you look like a well-run campaign which is going to be giving good adverts to people that they actually are interested in. And Google will reward you for that.